Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Live Without Limits. I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and we're coming to you from the Blog Talk Radio Network. Today's show is how to create passive income. When we're talking about passive income, we're talking about income that you earn while you sleep or even while you are on vacation. And it's something that you can build up over time. It's just a matter of knowing what to do and how to do it. For so many people that are used to the corporate world, they just need to find out how to change some of their attitude and their outlook on what is an income today, because too many times I hear people say going out and getting a real income. It's like, what is a real income today? We don't understand that passive income is a real income. And it's just a matter of understanding how to generate that income in a way that you can, in essence, not have to work as much and still earn a really good income. So what we're going to do today is help you understand a little bit about how passive income works. I'm not the smartest fellow in the world, but I can sure pick a smart colleague, said Franklin D. Roosevelt. I often come across students with a chunk of savings who want to know how to create passive income with their money for them and for you today. I have some advice. How to create passive income? There's no one system. Now, let's talk about passive income, because passive income can be income where you've set up an automated system where it automatically advertises, it generates you an income. It can be stocks and bonds. That's what people commonly think of when they think of passive income, but that's not your only source of passive income. In figuring out how to create passive income, I like to say that we're setting up an FFA, a financial freedom account. When looking at your money through this lens, it almost doesn't matter what you do with a chunk of savings like that, as long as it's money that's going to work for you. For instance, if you know that your book publishing is going to be a passive income structure, then go ahead and use it. If you know you're going to open up a business that's going to be systematized and leveraged eventually, and you're going to have passive income coming from there, go for it. If you could create a situation where you're investing and that works, then use some of it there. Now, I have some training programs that I set up on Skillshare. What happens is whenever anyone listens to my courses, I get paid. That's passive income. Basically, what I'm saying is that anything you can do that creates financial freedom through passive income or capitalized investment income is fine. It's not just the system, it's you. Now, let's get to the longer part of the story here. People lose money and make money in all kinds of investing, whether in business, stocks, real estate, or whatever. The fact is, and the matter is, that everyone is different. There's no system of investing that will work for everyone. Why? In my experience, people are the ones who screw up the system. It's not the system that's so bad. A lot of people lose money in the system because a lot of people have terrible ways of thinking about money. They sabotage themselves and don't follow the system. 80% of people in business lose everything. Is it the business or them? It's them. 80% of people who do anything fail at it. Is it the thing or them? It's them. So the answer is decide on something you want to get good in, because you're the one who's going to have to put in the work. Remember this, no matter what you do today, income doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to create. And that time that you put into it that creates the residuals that's considered passive income, well then that's the reap of your rewards. I can tell you this much. I've attended and watched many videos done by Eric Worre that what he talks about is multi-level marketing. And what happens in multi-level marketing is, and it's so interesting that I just actually on Quora had a question that I answered that they were asking, is affiliate marketing a pyramid? And in essence, what they were doing was misunderstanding what a pyramid system is, what a multi-level marketing system is, and what affiliate marketing is. Because what affiliate marketing is that, say I'm the owner of a company and I have products to sell, and I have customers who already purchased and use my products. What I do is I offer them the opportunity to help me sell my products and earn commission on the sales. In multi-level marketing, it's a proven business model. It started with Amway. Originally with Amway, how it worked was this, that they would have meetings, whether it was weekly, daily, or monthly, or however they did it was up to them. But they were basically independent contractors with the company that were given the title of distributor or associate or whatever title that they wanted to use for people who signed up for those programs. Okay? So, then what did they do? They helped market the product. In Amway, in the original multi-level marketing companies, you had to order the product at wholesale, and then you sold the product from your home for retail. So that what it is you're actually getting a physical product or service when you're in multi-level marketing. The difference is by being an independent contractor with them, then you're basically in business for yourself. And if you compare it to a corporation, in the corporation, you work for the business owner. You start at the bottom and you work your way up into management. You increase your salary as you learn the leadership skills and you learn to manage other people. In multi-level marketing, the effort you put in is what you reap, because when you build and recruit people who have an interest in your product and are going to be using it anyway, and you help them build a team, then your passive income is what you reap from what they do in their business. So that's how you build up a passive income today. Deciding what to invest in. Here's how you decide how to turn your money into passive income. Are other people doing well? The only way to know if a system works is if its developers are making money. If there are some people making money with it, then yes, it works. Yes, it's not the majority. That's right. If you notice, the majority is broke. See, this is something that I think a lot of people misunderstand about how business is done today, because it doesn't matter what business you're in. A lot of people lose money in the system because a lot of people have terrible ways of thinking around money. They sabotage themselves and don't follow the system. 80% of people in business lose everything. It's the business or them. It's them. 80% of the people who do anything fail at it. Is it the thing or them? It's them. So the answer to decide on something you want to get good at, because you're the one who's going to have to put in the work. Does it resonate with you? What do you feel? If you don't want to invest in stocks, don't do it. My investment in stocks themselves is minimal in comparison to my other investments. Why? I'm just not the biggest fan of stocks. Some people love them. However, I just don't know and have the time to figure out the system, run it properly, and all of that. Instead, I have other favorite investments that resonate with me. There's not for everyone. Let me give you one investment that I like that you might hate. Real estate. First of all, it's generally not as manipulated as the stock market. Manipulated means these passive and massive companies manipulating stock prices based on whether they're buying or selling. I'm not saying they're bad or good, but some of the big companies will tell you all their brokers around the world to sell XYZ stock today. And they all do. Then, when it's down, they buy it. I don't like that whole game. I'm not even saying everybody does it. Can you still make money with stocks? Absolutely you can. A lot of people do. But I just don't like it. And I like real estate better. I like real estate because, first of all, I can touch it. Second, I like looking at it. Third, over the long run, it will always go up. It's a passive income structure if you buy it for positive cash flow right from the very beginning. You say, I don't have a lot of money for that. Well, I say, learn how to buy positive cash flow in real estate. Then learn how to buy it with very little of your own money. Soon, your investments will be making passive income for you. Here's how passive income with real estate really works. What you're doing is, if you're buying homes that are old and need to be refurbished, and then you can break them up into smaller apartments. That's part of how you create passive income in real estate. My father was a lawyer, but he handled real estate and he handled closings. One of the things that he did, and this was back in the 1960s, 1970s, back in the latter part of the 20th century, when few people understood about passive income or even thought about it, because I can remember, I know I have a friend that her father owned a business, and he wanted to do some investments, and his wife didn't want him to do it, so he didn't do it. And now his wife's pretty much gone through everything that they had, and there's just one child left, and she has no legacy because they did not invest. And yet my father, because he was a real estate lawyer, he owned property. Some of it was some business. There was a property that they had purchased at one time that they were holding on to, thinking that the town would grow and the highway system would come through and they would make some money off of it. But it did happen, but not too long after they had actually sold the property. And he also owned property that was rental property. He had a stockbroker that was across the hall from where his office was, and what he did was he took certain amount of money and he put it in blue chip stock, like stock in IBM, stock in Coca-Cola, and in those kind of companies that you knew would never go out of business. Then he knew he had money to play with, so he would play with it with not the best kind of stocks, the ones that fluctuated. But he knew what he was doing and he understood the risk, but he also had multiple ways of creating investments that, since he passed away early, that income has supported his children, especially since two of his children have disabilities. And at the time that he passed away in 1970, there were few laws on the books that guaranteed people with disabilities the right to employment, the right to live independently, and he just always felt they would need to be taken care of financially. And that has allowed us to have some passive income even now that has helped us along the way. So as you see, there is a lot of different things that you can look at as opportunities and ways to create passive income. And what it's also doing is creating multiple streams of income. Why is that important to understand? For one reason and one reason only, that when you don't get a lot of money from one income stream, it's going to pick up from a different income stream, so that what it does is there's checks and balances there. Regardless of which investment method you choose, the key word here is to learn. You can learn anything, and a lot of times you can learn enough for free or next to nothing. So learn real estate. It's not that hard. Learn stock systems. Find ones that people do well with. Learn how to systematize your business. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Learning for most is the first one. Which are your thoughts and experiences with investments? Do you want to invest but don't want to? What holds you back? This is also an understanding of learning, because every industry has its own system. And if you look at how the job market has changed over the past few years, then you can truly understand exactly how income has changed. For so many people, they just don't understand how systems work or how to look at things in a way that can create opportunities for them in so many ways that can help them truly build their business to what they truly want it to be, and understanding how, as a group, you can increase your income and think of it in ways where you can truly help yourself have financial freedom in so many ways. And what I want to do is talk now about some things that you can do that can help you to create passive income for yourself. Write an ebook. This can be a lot of work up front, but once the ebook is created and marketed, it can provide you with a passive revenue stream for years. You can either sell the ebook on your own website or offer it as an affiliate arrangement with other websites that provide content related to your ebook. After speaking to several ebook authors, many of them tell me that the time spent putting these books together feels like finding free money by the passive stream of income they have today. Sell your own products on the internet. The possibilities here are endless. You can sell just about any product, or let's put it this way. The possibilities are endless. You can sell just about any product or service that you like. It could be a product you have created or can manufacture on your own, or it can be digital in nature, such as software, DVDs, or even instructional videos. Here's another way to consider that as passive income. There are a number of sites that you can go on where you can purchase the private label rights. What that does is that allows you to resell books, ebooks, DVDs, and anything that's out there as a passive income, because what you're doing is you're reselling something that someone else wrote, and it's helping you to create your income in a way that allows you to sit back and do what you enjoy doing and still be earning income all the way around. We just don't realize how, when it comes to income, there is just so many multiple streams or ways that you earn an income today, because the mentality of what is being taught in school is basically old school, that they have never really taught entrepreneurship as an industry within the school system. And a lot of that, from what I understand, is because the school systems have so much to teach that what it is they have to gear their students towards the standardized tests so they can pass the test. And then what is that also doing? That's creating a system where, as someone said, they're just putting out factory workers. So think of all the things that you have done and think how you can turn around your mindset and begin to think of alternate ways that you can generate an income today. It could be a product you've created. It can be something that you manufacture on your own. It can be a digital in nature. You can set up a dedicated website for this product or service, unless, of course, you have a website or blog already in place. Ultimately, you can also sell it on an affiliate basis, either by offering it direct to websites or blogs related to your product or service, or through a platform such as ClickBank. If you make a lot of money in your current job and you're not sure that you can make a similar amount of selling products online, think again. A while back, I interviewed Steve Chow from MyWifeQuitHerJob.com. In our podcast interview, Steve explained how his wife quit her job to become a stay-at-home mom. Now, being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job, but Steve Child's wife also started an online business that replaced her former salary and started bringing in a six-figure income. Wow, right? You can learn to sell products online too and make quite a bit of money. While it's not entirely passive, it's certainly more passive than getting up and heading out the door to work every morning. Just think of it this way. Instead of heading out to work for a job from 9 to 5, you're creating an opportunity to have flexible time that you set your own hours. But remember this. Don't just think that you can build a business without dedicating time to it. You need to set up an office, and that office needs to be set up where you have a door. And during the hours that you're working, you make sure that you tell your family members that you do not want to be disturbed, and that the time that your business is taking away from you now is more time that you will have with them later. Why is that? Because that helps you to build an income that's sustainable, that can also be passive. You can learn to sell products online too and make quite a lot of money. While it's not entirely passive, it's certainly more passive than getting up and heading out the door to work every morning. Invest in real estate. This probably falls more in the category of semi-passive income, since an investment in real estate is always at least a little bit of an active venture. Still, once you have an investment property that is established and fully rented, it's mostly a matter of managing the property and keeping it performing well. Additionally, there are professional property managers who can manage your property for you, usually for around 10% of the monthly rent. This professional management company can make the investments much more passive, but will take a bit of your cash flow. Always remember that you have the opportunity to create a passive income. Technology has made this so. We often forget and don't realize just how important technology is to how business is done today. It has opened the doors and made it far more equal to anyone to work and earn a decent income today. For years, you had the bosses and you had the factory workers. But remember this, if you don't know what you're doing, think of it this way. Keep your job, build the passive income, and then over time, you can get away from what you don't like doing and truly do the things that you do love doing. And remember, you can go to my website, and that website is the #1, personalcareercoach.com. And we can help you with putting together a plan on building a business and taking it to the next level.